Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. Toni is a world-renowned psychic medium. She has had the gift of being a psychic medium and channel her entire life. Toni hosts 2 TV shows, Create a Life You Love and Psychic Medium Toni G. She is also the author of 5 books. Being a healer and a hypnotist as well, it is her purpose and her passion to help you in every way she can. Phone lines are open now. Call in 858-365-5593 and let Toni answer your questions about life, love, finances, or help you connect with a loved one on the other side. Enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am so excited for this show. A lot has happened since the last show, last Monday, and just sharing a little bit of it with you. So I received the first copies of my book, which is really exciting to me. I ordered them, and they finally came, and I could actually see and hold the book. It was awesome. It's really big. But don't worry, there's not a lot of reading in it. It's just questions. It's not a 500-page book that you have to read through, which would it's funny because I'm like, if I would see a book that's 500 pages, I'd be like, oh, that seems like a lot of work. But it's actually like it poses the what if question and then gives you a page and a half to answer what you would do if this what if were true for you. So it allows you to be a little bit in fantasy play, but also to open your perspective to other ways that this world might operate, which is amazing. And I can say that because I'm not egoic. I channeled the book. This all comes from up above. Every what if question in there came from angels and guides for you. So even in the beginning of the book, I wrote, I did channel this book, so please read each and every question and answer it as though your angel were asking you this question, because that's literally what it is. And the book is available on Amazon.com. And I just, everybody who has ordered the book and has been going through the questions and reading the book and doing the work has reached out to me, well, not everyone, but a couple of people, and said, this is my favorite book of yours so far. I love this book. So if you get the book, and I hope you do, Amazon.com, What If, a Transformational Guide, please reach out to me and let me know what you think of it. Tell me what your favorite what if is as you go through the book. There are quite a few what ifs, so you might not know what your favorite one is till the end. When my niece, who is 19, Jordan, was editing the book, as she was going through it, she was like, I really like this one. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, I really like this one. Like every single one of them. And I mean, she's 19, so that to me was such a blessing. Like I was so excited that she was enjoying them, and she was verbalizing to me that she liked them. So I love that. But let me know what you think of it. I will be excited to hear what you think of it. Also, this show is available on Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Blog Talk, and SoundCloud. So you can listen to this show on any of those. Also, it's uploaded to my Facebook pages, so you can join me on Facebook. And it is available on Twitter, which I don't really tweet. I should, but I don't. So I will be taking callers. I just want to say, when I say your area code, let me know your name and where you're from. And this is for new callers and a reminder for anybody who is returning. Let me know your name and where you're from, and then you get one question or one connection. So if you want to connect with a loved one, let me know the name of the loved one you want to connect with and your relationship to them, or ask me your one question about life, love, finances, whatever it is. Before we get started today, I am hearing luck, 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 luck. So I am going to do a clearing for luck for everybody listening. So our good luck switches are turned on. We are lucky. We have luck come in. We feel unlucky. Well, that is all testing pretty good. We need more luck. Okay, there we go. More good luck coming in. There we go. So we're going to start clearing that for everybody listening. And for every clearing I do today, it applies to you. If you're listening, if you're on the line, if you're the actual caller, if you're re-listening to the show. And you can go to my past shows and listen to the clearings and get that work done. So there's a lot of relationship clearings. There's a lot of work, like getting the job or moving forward at work clearings. And there's a lot of financial clearings because those are the things people ask about the most and what we clear the most. So I'm going to go to my first caller, 631. Hello, 631. How are you today?
Oh, hello. How you doing today?
Good. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling from New York. My name is Rose.
Hey, Rose. How can I help you? Do you want a connection or a question?
I have a question about I'm applying for a job. Well, more than one job. I applied to a few. I was just curious if you think that I'll be getting, a job offer soon. I'm still applying to more places, but I was just curious.
Okay, so the first thing I hear is July, July, July. So July seems to be a good month for you as far as reaching out. Now, I'm going to ask the question a little bit differently because they are very exact. They're very literal. So let me ask a few questions of them, and then I will give you the answers that I get. So just give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
You're going to find out about the job in July, but you won't be hired until August. Like you might be going through the interview process and feel really good about this job, but you won't get the final word that you're hired until August. And I actually feel like that is going to be it's possible. Now, okay, I want to say something here because I often get people scolding me because my timelines are off. Which makes me want to laugh at everybody who ever, like one woman sent me this very, very unhappy email because I told her she would get and I try to say within, but sometimes I say in 3 months. I said, in 3 months you're going to get a job teaching because she asked me. So I said, yeah, I feel like that's going to be 3 months. And I always push the timeline out a little bit just in case, in case something comes up. Well,
yeah, I understand that.
She was very upset because, and she was first of all not a very happy person to begin with, but she was very upset because she got the job in 1 month instead of 3 months, and I was wrong. And then also she hadn't met anyone yet. And I'm like, well, maybe I wanted to say maybe if you were happier you would be, but I didn't. You're not a very nice person. But I always say you have to get out. You have to be blind. You have to. So anyway, let me say I feel like the first week in August is when you're going to hear the news. Now, you won't be starting the first week in August. I feel like you'll be starting possibly by the third week in August, like paperwork and going through all the processes. Now, let me ask you, I keep hearing accounting. Now, this could mean a number of different things. Let me ask you, what do you do, love?
Well, there's quite a bit of things I do love, but this was going to be in the legal field, like a legal assistant, paralegal type of job.
Okay.
That's what I've been applying for.
Okay, so if I'm hearing the word accounting, which I am, I'm not telling you not to do that, but I want you to pay attention to that if you see something come up with that. I want you to pay attention to why are you saying accounting? What does that mean in this case? What's going on with accounting? I just want you to pay attention to anything that pops up with accounting that has to do with like an accounting firm maybe. What the heck, try for it. If not, okay. But what the heck, they're saying it, so let's be open to whatever comes through, okay? Because we never ever know where this big beautiful planet is going to take us, and we have to be open to all the possibilities.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, attorneys have one type of personality, but accountants have a completely different type of personality. So that might be part of it too. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but when I hear it, I say it, and I say pay attention to it.
Right.
And if something pops up, if you see something, go for it. Who knows, right?
Okay.
I do feel like by the end of July, you are going to know about this position. Beginning of August, you should be pretty much getting that confirmation. And then mid to late August, you should be physically in position at this company. I'm going to tell you, pay attention to the title of the firm. It might be something that's like a legal accounting firm, okay? Pay attention. If you see something like that, jump on it. I'm not saying for sure that's it. I want you to still put all your feelers to every place else. But if you see something like that, go, ooh, I'm gonna try this and see what happens. There are all different types of legal firms, okay, sweetie? So
right, I got you.
So, okay, I hope this was helpful, and I do want to hear back from you.
Oh, I will. I'll get back to you, and I'll let you know how it turns out.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you, and have a fabulous week.
All right. Thank you very much, and thanks for what you do.
Oh, you're so welcome,
Bye-bye.
and thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm going to go thank you. I'm going to go to the very next caller, which is 336. Here we go. 336, how are you today?
Hey, congratulations on your book.
Oh, my gosh, thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy for this book. And, you know, I can't promote, like I have difficulty promoting myself and my work, but for this book, because I know it comes from angels, I have no problem, like, putting it out there. But thank you so much. And what's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Pat in Connecticut. I have a question, but can I first ask you about your readings?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Well, I've contacted you, and I have a couple more questions before I get a reading from you. Do you figure out what's going on? I don't know if I've got health issues or if it's mental or if it's supplement or if it's this issue or that issue physically. That's the first thing. I'm beside myself trying to figure out what's going on and then what to do about it. I work with doctors. I want to let you know that. But can you figure out what's going on? And also, your reconnection therapy, is that part of your readings automatically, or is that a separate reading?
That's separate. Now, sometimes, okay, so let me step back here. So my readings, let me just give you the quick version of my readings. My readings run I book by 30-minute segments. I don't do 15-minute segments, and I don't do one questions because it's never enough, and then we end up running over, and it throws everything. And so I do book by 30-minute segments. And during that 30 minutes, you can ask questions about any aspect of your life, love, finances, career, health, and you can also connect with loved ones. And I do go back and forth during that time of if you want to connect with a loved one, ask a question, connect with a loved one. I don't have a problem doing that. It just is very natural for me. Now, if you ask questions about your health, especially the more specific the question is, the more direct the answer will be. I sometimes can scan people's bodies and see where there are problems and figure out what those problems are from. I always say, obviously, go to your MD and get it checked.
Right.
I feel like with your health right now, it's more is that let me stop, and then I'll just say my sessions are $75 per 30 minutes.
Right.
Now I want to
Yes.
know what is your question for? Does that answer all of your questions about my reading?
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
So I will
what's
connect
your
with
question
you.
for today? Excellent.
Well,
What's your question for today?
Okay. So we're all the different doctors are trying to determine, is it Epstein-Barr, is it fibromyalgia, is it the wrong medication for depression? My doctor just sent me to the pharmacy now to get a prescription for a particular kind of B vitamin. It's not B vitamin, but it's what gets turned into B vitamin, so it goes straight to the blood-brain barrier. We're hopeful, if the insurance covers it, that maybe that's it that I need. You know, everything, the depression.
I'm going to tell you, I want to tell what I'm getting is this is psychological. And if I can be more exact, now psychological is very different than mental. So there's a spiritual, psychological, mental, financial. There's six different areas that I can test. The first thing that comes up is psychological. Many psychological issues for us, and I'm channeling right now, so please pay attention. I won't be able to repeat this. Many psychologicals that come up for these humans are psychologicals that it was something that happened in our past. I'm hitting on the age of 12 or 13 for you. And we carry this around, it sits inside of us, and at some point we can no longer hold it in, and it starts to exhibit in symptoms. I'm going to ask, is this psychological? I get a yes. Now what I'm going to do for you, Lava, is we're going to just start clearing this. Now I'm not going to promise you we can clear all of this in one little phone radio clearing here. But as soon as I start to, as soon as I start to clear this, I get that gaggy, like I'm going to throw up feeling, and I know what that's symbolic for me.
Yes.
I know what that means. So if you go back to the age of 12 or 13, this is something that brought disruption to your life, and it probably made you feel sick. It probably made you feel whatever. Now the timeline of that might be off a little bit, but I'm going to tell you as we clear this, you might find that not only do you not to, I'm not going to guarantee this. This is not a promise. This is not a diagnosis because I'm not allowed to do that. You might find like not only do you not need to move forward with some of these things, but other things might subside also. Holy moly, this is a big one. This is a really big one that we're letting go of here. Whatever this was, and you know, we often think, oh, it must have been something so big. It could have been one statement that you heard that changed the way you thought about things forever. Or it could have been something physical. Whatever this is, it psychologically impacted you. And it left an energetic mark on you, almost like a program. So we're going to clear that too. I'm just going to take a second here because I'm just going to take a second so I can pull myself together while I do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I know that you are thinking about getting a reading. I would really recommend that we do some clearing work during that reading. If you do move forward with the reading, we have to do a lot of clearing because I can feel like as I'm doing this, my head is just spinning for you. So we're just going to continue to clear this, and I'm going to tell you whatever this is, it wants to be gone. It's done. It served its purpose. You need to say thank you, go now. I've learned everything I can learn from this, and you need to let it go. But we hold on to things because we think it protects us from letting this particular thing happen again. Okay.
Yes.
We don't want this particular, whatever it was, whatever we experienced or heard or saw, we don't want it to happen again. So we hold on to it and we think that's like, oh, now I'm safe because if I remember this, it'll never happen again. I just want to say most of the time the things we experience, they're a one and done, but we don't realize that as humans. So I'm just going to say this is going to continue to clear, and hopefully all of it will clear out as you go through the day, and it will be a very good experience, you might feel lighter even by the time you go to sleep. I'm already feeling this is lifting and going, and I feel better for it. Does that help? I hope that helps.
Yes, yes. And I was going to do a half hour. What do you see I need?
I don't
feel
like
difficult for me.
I would say let's start with 30 minutes. We'll do as much as we can in that 30 minutes, and then after that, if we need more, we can always book more when it gets better. Now, I'm going to tell you, and a lot of people don't realize this, when you have a mental issue, medications, supplements, that's perfect. When you have a psychological issue, that's something that really, it's very different than a mental issue, and people get them confused all the time. Psychological issues don't always require medication. They require clearing up, like either clearing the thought process in your head and getting the greater understanding of it, or just healing what happened on that psychological level.
Yes. Yes.
There are cases for medication, like definitely antipsychotic, bipolar. So if it's a severe case and supplementation cannot help that, then yes, all in on medications. And I'm not a medication person. But some things, again, medication is just putting a Band-Aid on something that is about to erupt like a volcano. So you really need to do a deep dive. And one of the things I'm hearing, we can do this exercise where, and for anybody, this is so good for anybody, where you sit down and you say, this is the symptom that I'm having. You sit down, you close your eyes, you take a slow deep breath in, you blow that, you allow that breath to release softly and gently, and then you silently just say to yourself, this is the symptom or the issue I'm experiencing. Let's go back to where it started and release it. And it might take a couple times of doing that, but it really does work, because if you're having symptomology, if you're having a physical issue, there's something in the body that is saying, pay attention to something else.
Yes.
Like, I believe this with all of my heart. So I think that even if you do that a couple of times before we actually get you scheduled, it's going to go a long way in releasing things.
Okay.
And I'm getting that there's not only one trauma from your past, and very few of us have one trauma in our past, but just start working those things out. Okay, love? Just start working them out, and you're going to be amazed at how quickly things start. Once we let the first couple things go, then everything goes a little bit more quickly. It's like that snowball effect, okay?
Yep. Yes. Thank you, Toni.
Excellent. You are so welcome, and I look
today.
forward to. I hope so. Thank you so much, and have an amazing rest of the day.
Thank you, Toni. You're very special.
Oh, gosh, thank you so much. But so are you, and everybody. We all are.
Thanks.
We all are.
Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. God bless.
God bless. Okie dokie. We're going to go to the very next caller. And this is my area code, so here we go. Let me hit that again. 414. Hello, 414. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Excuse me, my name is Felicia, and I'm from Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee now. I'm not in the other state. Yeah.
Okay, so very good. So but I do love this area code because, of course, it's mine. So of course I love it. So how are you today, Felicia? How can I help you?
I am blessed. I'm going to first off saying that I just got June 30th. I was in a new position as Assistant Director of Housing and Homeless. Yay, I love it. I jumped 2 positions to receive this position. My question is, I wrote everything down, and I manifest everything, almost everything I need now, or I want or desire, or whatever God has for me. My question is, the next step was a home, a house for my husband and I. We have a son, and we have grandkids in the state, in the 414 area code. My question for you is, do you see us getting that home before the end of this year? Because my son graduates from college in December, and everyone's coming down to celebrate.
Okay, so you need to pay attention to details. Don't want
Okay.
so this is just the message I'm getting, and I want you to I want you to re-listen to this because they're really saying you might miss something. So you need to pay attention to details. Don't want something so badly that you're willing to sacrifice one thing just to have it. Make sure you're all in on the right one. You need to make sure that you are having conscious choices. Okay, make conscious choices. Now, will they have this property by the end of the year? So I need to I need to clarify something. Is there one specific property that you're working on?
Right
or
now,
are you still
I'm
looking for the property?
I'm still looking for the property.
Okay, thank you. There are 3 properties. Thank you so much because I kind of misunderstood something, and I was like, I don't want to say this unless I know this. So there are 3 properties that are going to come up. You need to be very careful and very detail-oriented. Make sure that you hire an inspector that is extremely thorough, and don't think, like, I feel like there's going to be a property that you really love that you're going to say, oh my gosh, that's okay, we don't care, don't. There's more.
Okay.
It's more devastating than you think. It's going to be more work and more expensive than you think, but you're really going to love this property and really want it. Get out of that state of struggle and get into that state and that state of survival and struggle and get into that state of thriving. So you think everything is really hard right now, and even though you are a manifesting genius, you're still in that place where you think like something could go wrong, or it's really it takes more than, like, it's a lot of work, or it takes a little bit more. I need you to be in that space where it is like easy peasy, lemon squeeze me, come and get me. I'm not chasing you, you're chasing me. I need you to know and believe that things are just that easy, that it'll kind of, the right one will fall into your lap and be the easiest one to do. I do feel like in October this is going to chop for you, this house. I don't know if that means you're going to find it in October or close in October. But I feel like October is a really good month for property for you. Now let's just say it might be like the end of October toward November. That might be the closing date. Let's keep that timeline open, and that doesn't mean stop looking. You need to look. You need to see what all the variables are, and you need to work within those parameters, okay? I feel like in October, price-wise, condition-wise, location-wise, October, the house is going to pop for you. Again, there are going to be 3 properties that you're really going to consider. One of them is better than the other 2. If you find a property and they say it needs some work or you need to do this or that, they're going to make it sound softer or easier than it is. Just, that's a hard pass. Okay, that's a hard pass. There's I always say, God's got a better plan. You just need to hold on and let Him present that to you.
I agree.
So just allow it. Yes, absolutely. And don't be in a hurry to do this. Don't be too quick to find a property. Hold out for the right property. Okay? Don't worry about people. They're coming for you, not anything else. So just embrace that. And then you'll be in that place where you don't feel stressed and under the gun and make a bad choice. But you do need to pay attention to details moving forward with this specific property thing. Okay, love?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in. And I do want to hear back from you on this, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I want to let everybody know that I am here every single Monday at noon, and tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be having my show, Psychic Medium Toni G. So if you did not get through today, call in tomorrow at 1, or next Monday at noon. I get to as many people as possible. Thank you so much for joining me here. All my love goes out to each and every one of you.